good time. Good to our fourth week. Next week started again. This weekend we had a lot of interesting stuff from Thor to Miss Marvel and everything. Everybody had a good day. Of course, I'm here next to me, the legend, the king, the alpha, the everything, whatever you want to call him, the best on the mic and up there in the Midwest of Indiana. It's Uniqo. Wait, how you doing today, Uniqo?
I'm good, man. All's well over here on this side. How about yourself?
Back in the office, unquarantined, and we blessed. We out here. Like I said, I hope everybody having a great time. Everybody had a great day. We had the Boys season finale, and it was a wild one. Probably one of the most tamer episodes in terms of craziness, but it was just a finale fight. So that's what you got. So it was more just securing some endings for people, and probably securing that season 4 will probably be the last season. Because if you watch the episode, certain things happen in this episode that you're like, yeah, this gonna be the final season. Because I don't know what else you could do after this, but we'll see. So how you doing today?
So, to reiterate, man, that was a crazy episode. It was everything you want in the finale. I mean, there's always hope because like leading up to the end, I guess let's start off. Maeve got out. They was because they panicked. Because Soldier Boy was coming, or yeah. Starlight snitched. So they had all that going. Ashley's having to do what she's got to do with the Deep, and who they've been acting like they buddy, but it turns out they will stab each other in the back in a heartbeat when it comes to Homelander. So it is what it is. They got a very fragile situation going on. Soldier Boy, he's just contemplating this whole son situation with Homelander. But you just could kind of feel like, nah, he want to kill him. He want to kill Homelander.
I think it's all about the mission. He got a mission. He got to do the mission. Don't do the mission, Joe. Pussy.
Pretty much. And so
you don't finish the mission. Pussy.
So Huey gets knocked out in the bathroom, and because he knows about the Compound V stuff and how it's gonna kill him, he's trying to protect him. Starlight comes and picks Huey up, and she you gotta love when your girl be mad at you like that, where she ain't even talking. But it ain't nothing y'all can't get over. But she mad, but she really worried about your ass. I like that shit. She really just worried about you, but just that look on her face.
Correct. Just go ahead and get that "I told you so" out. I don't want to. I told you so. My
So it turns out she finds out that Butcher did not tell him about what it does. We know that because we're the audience, that he didn't tell him. So that being said, that's when he got into like, no, he was just trying to save my life. Wow, man, I'm loving Butcher more and more each episode. You know what I'm saying? That's where he's going.
You wasn't finna just take that. We're probably like, yo, just in case he'd be like, I'm gonna take it anyway. I'm gonna knock you out and lock you in the room.
So, Black Noir, he comes back home after they find out about the whole Soldier Boy situation and all that stuff. Ashley and Deep, after they get done trying to cop pleas to Homelander, boom, there you go. Noir popped up. They had a one-on-one conversation. The cartoons was coming out, and the cartoon hearts was coming out, and all that cool stuff.
Cartoon?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, a nice touch. Unfortunately, that's what he's been seeing all these years. So, the next step in the parade, he walks in. Oh, let's get on A-Train. A-Train come. He goes to link up with his brother. His brother's like, man, what happened? What happened to Blue Hawk? He got mad at him. He wanted to see like real justice. He wanted his son to see real justice, see a mugshot, but instead it's a murderer. But he let him know he got a new heart. I want you to train me like the good old days. Blah. Say blah. So all that happens, and bruh's still like, nah, fuck that. Yeah, I don't fuck with you. I don't want no murderers in my home or nothing. Okay, cool.
I would have got like somebody with the opposite opinion, because that's how black people is. We ain't
Yeah,
gonna get some old man. We wasn't gonna get no justice anyway.
yeah. So that conversation to be had. Then you had the whole situation. Maeve breaks out and she's chilling at the headquarters for the boys or whatever you want to call it, and she's all in on this. So then they got to figure out, okay, Butcher wants to kill Homelander, and we don't. We want to just paralyze him and put him to sleep or something. We don't need to kill him. So they get put in the safe, and all that cool stuff happens, and then next thing you know,
But don't forget, Homelander found Ryan.
Homelander found his son. That was towards the beginning of the episode for sure. Yeah, found Ryan, took him with him. His powers are awakened now at this point. He is truly Homelander's son. But they go off, and it's time for the final battle. They in Vault Tower, so they Soldier Boy. He's like, "Hey, Homelander. Matter of fact, this your part. Go ahead."
So they hitting up the tower, right? They go in. They sectioned off. Maeve like, yo, kind of with Butch. Gotta get rid of this. This man just said, I'm finna be like a breathing tube for him in the bathroom, essentially. That's what she basically saying. She like, yo, Homelander literally told her in that last episode that, hey, I need your eggs, and that's the only reason you alive. So she like, yo, yeah, we killing this man. I am not just a breathing tube for you. And that's basically what he called her. He's like, hey, listen, I don't care about you, but I need your egg. I need that. So yeah, you can have my babies. She's like, oh no, we gotta kill him. Soldier Boy, like I said, do the mission. Butcher been trying to kill this man since the beginning. And so there's that group, and then you got Huey done finally went with Anna, and she is no longer Starlight. But Huey goes with Anna, and Mother's Milk and Frenchie's and Kimiko is back. So that faction now is locked up in a safe. Because Butcher like, y'all gonna get in my way. But Maeve has joined them, and they get ready to go with Soldier Boy, Maeve, the superpowered group, basically. But for some reason, Butcher got the Homelander power. I'm like, you got like some, you got some like weird teleport power. He's like, yo, I'm the one. I got the compound V that can fight Homelander 1-on-1 directly. Not quite as strong though, but 1-on-1. So they get to the tower. He said, I want to just talk to my dad. Jason Ackles is amazing, the Soldier Boy. He walked up to Homelander. Said, I wish I wanted to spend time with you. The things we could have done. But if I would have raised you, you wouldn't be a pussy. You like, Homelander, like, what? Homelander finna cry, Joe. Yo, Homelander had tears in his eyes. He was about to cry. He was like, be a bitch if I raised you. He was like, what? So he also, before that, he brought out Ryan, like, you got a grandson. We got a family. And I'm like, is this show making me like, this an Alco Soldier Boy is like the worst human being, even worse than Homelander? Like, yeah, Homelander should be one. Well, just, I don't know. What you think, Joe? Real quick before we get in this part. Who's worse?
No, I mean, I'll get it. I'll get in. Let's get through the story and be done, and then let's them get the thoughts going because it's a lot to break down. So let's we almost done. We almost
done. So he has
done.
Ryan with him, and Jason, I keep saying just Soldier Boy basically start punching Homelander in the face, talking about he a pussy and everything. They about to hit him with the nuke that he got in his chest to take away power. So Ryan decided he gonna shoot Soldier Boy with his laser eyes, which, if you know from Starfront, that ended her. My man got up and just dusted himself off like, and then proceeds to hit him with that giant shield, in which, for the first time ever, Homelander and Butcher look at each other. We're like, hey, listen. My wife and your baby mama son just got hit. And that's where the cover, the whole cover come from. They both lit up the mind red and start blasting Soldier Boy. Like, okay, the first time we together. And I'm like, oh, I got hyped there, Joe. Like they on the same side because he knocked little Ryan out. Soldier Boy put it on him. And then we get the fight between Soldier Boy and Butcher, which is a complete swerve from all the promo, which we saw Butcher fight Homelander. He didn't even fight Homelander in this episode. He never fought him. They had promo materials backstage of him punching Homelander. We got none of that. It was Butcher versus Soldier Boy. But what we did get is May versus Homelander. Homelander was like, I got bigger fish to fry. And May was like, yo, we gotta end you today. That's why I came over here. He got her eye taken out. But she held on, Joe.
Yeah, she she did an amazing job fighting Homelander. Like she hung in there. She might, I think she just like barely weaker than him. Like she really is the equivalent of Wonder Woman to Superman. Like she can hang.
He lost. We don't want that in it. He was a little distracted and she still lost. Because he's like, I want to fight my dad right now. He's like, nah, you got me. But hey, she busted that nose.
I mean, she lost, but
got
again, she
like
helped.
my grandpa said.
That was a moral victory right there. Like we needed to see that because people can hang with Homelander in a regular ass fight. That people can fight him. So he ain't all the way indestructible. And then we got the pipe to the ear too. I don't know how that's gonna affect him. How that's gonna affect him later because I know they got some. He was fucked up behind that. He couldn't believe it. He's like, man, you just stabbed me in the brain.
By the way, this is completely confirmed that Homelander would get smacked by Superman.
Oh, yes.
I ain't never seen Superman nose bust.
It would have like that little pin thing would have probably bent up when it was going to hit Superman, but he got stabbed in the ear, and it was real, and it stunned him. It fucked him up.
And by the way, for people that are like, oh, she was strong enough to, no, you would have hit Superman. It would have turned. Even if you strong, they would have turned to dust. I saw a bullet go at full speed, hit Superman in the eyeball, and it bent and flipped around. That's all you need to know. I feel like you shoot Homelander in the eyeball, he might be affected, but it might like give him an allergy or something. But
yeah, it definitely sucks.
But yeah, she stuck the thing in his ear. He was shocked by it. He got a bloody nose. He ain't indestructible. They give you hope for season 4, by the way. But then you got to fight with Butcher and Soldier Boy. All the other group come. Soldier Boy is beating the doors off these dudes. He beat them boys.
Yeah, he whooped everybody with a serious face the whole time, chilling. He was chilling. Nobody was a threat to him.
Soldier Boy is the one, the confirmed person. And Homelander is stronger, but Soldier Boy actually got fighting experience. You can see it. I'm like, y'all look like y'all don't like. Kimiko is like unbeatable too, but she don't have no now. Oh, but she do get footloose now. By the way, speaking of Kimiko, before they got in there, they had to make a agent to put him to sleep. Basically, now one of the strongest like poisons in the world, because that's the only way you can put him to sleep, because he indestructible. That man is indestructible. What happened to you? That man got hit with like starlight power at full blast, and that's like a sunbeam. He just tanked it. He also tanked Ryan's laser, which took out Stormfront. So it is confirmed, Joe, that when they were doing them tests, yeah, Soldier Boy is kind of OP, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is indestructible. Like, I don't think you can do the same thing to Soldier Boy that you did to Homelander. I think Homelander overall power is stronger, but I think he's more invincible.
I mean, we even got a Zenkai boost out of Starlight in this fight. She got a boost. Huey had to try and figure out, should I take some compound V? My woman getting whooped. He like, no, you know what? I've learned my lesson this season and last season and first season. I need to just let my woman handle it. I need to trust my woman. So he said, you know what? I'm in the control room. Let me turn all the lights up, and she gets a power boost. She got a power boost. Hit Soldier Boy. That man got right back up.
Where too in the chair. Why you didn't see Black Noir is because Homelander killed him. He stuck his hand and ripped his guts out. Into why I hate the fairies, by the way, because I know Joe didn't mention this earlier, so I just want to go back and mention it. The fairy like, you're gonna be in heaven. Like, you told me to come out here, you stupid motherfucker. That got me killed. I hid for a reason, Joe.
Yeah.
You stupid rat. They gonna tell me, oh, you're gonna be in heaven now. It's okay. You did good. I'm like, you dumb. I was hiding for a reason. These two people, OP, and just ripped in my guts and just pulled them out. Which was very vicious, by the way. And then Homelander had the mask, put it in front of him, and said, this dude is more important and better than all y'all combined. All y'all are trash. Get the out of my sight, and I don't want to see y'all. And all the people that been backstabbing, that Joe said, they were betraying each other, they were lying, they get on Homelander's side. We even saw the Deep later on with a statue of him getting hugged by Homelander. He made old girl take a wig off and said, let us look at you. Bald headed and shit.
She been pulling her hair ever since she got that job. She been pulling her own hair out. So that's fine. I guess that's finally the effect. She look wild as hell.
Homelander told her to take that wig off. Said, look at you. Just dissed all of them, and then had Black don't wear his helmet. Like, he was more important than all y'all, and look what I did to him. All y'all useless to me. So now I guess there's no 7 anymore. It's just Homelander and Ryan. But let's get back to the fight. I just want to get that part out there. So Starlight hits him with the big beam. He tanks it, gets straight back up. They all fighting him. Boom. They start to put the thing on him. He's like, I ain't going. You finna drop the Uniqo. Because when he get upset, he drops the nuke. Butcher comes and saves Ryan, which kind of gives us hope for season 4. That might be something, because they hitting at something else, but it could be a recovering factor in the future that might be big. So I want to remember when Homelander was sitting there with his ear thing like this, like, what's going on? Butcher like, I'm gonna save you, Ryan, which shows a little bit of love from Butcher. Maeve sees Starlight, which we know she looks at her like her little sis the whole show, and she actually becomes a hero, opposite from the comic book, by the way. She looked like Butcher, and then she became a hero at the end of the show because she saved everybody by jumping out the window with Soldier Boy, who explodes and looks like a terrorist attack. And of course, America blamed Russia. Like, Russia tricked Soldier Boy into becoming a villain. We see Soldier Boy's back where he was. He's trapped in the containment room because they can't do nothing to him. Not even Homelander. He's just like trapped in a containment room. They said Maeve is dead. Ryan goes with Homelander. He's like, because Homelander looks at Butcher like, it's about to be over with. Which we did see Scorched Earth fight scene, so maybe that's season 4. I don't know. They just took that out. So we did see him say Scorched Earth, and then he started fighting in the preview. But that never happened in the episode, which was interesting to me. It was one of the Marvel things where they switch everything up. And so he like, my son said, let's go, so we gonna go. Instead of him fighting Butcher for that last time. We found out Butcher, which is why I think season 4 is the last season, has 12 months to live, Joe. 12 to 18 months. Before he dies, Joe. Starlight, it had retired Starlight. She is now Anna. The boys is now Democracy, and Anna is part of the boys. So they got their group together. That they all back.
Yeah, Annie.
Yeah, Annie. We also got a new vice president, Joe. Candidate.
Yeah, Kamala.
And Butcher goes back to season 1 Butcher.
Yep. And the deep committed treason, and also his wife is his girl's on a tell-all tour right now.
Oh yeah,
so.
the reason Kamala is vice president is because before they left and Homelander called them all worthless, he told the Deep something in his ear. Because Kamala told Homelander, we can help each other. We see the results of that. She now the vice president after clearly the Deep did that to like prove that to Homelander. And how do we know this? The Deep was crying while seeing his girlfriend on a tell-all tour dissing him. And we see a picture of him, Homelander, hugging him in a big mural in his room after the vice president thing was known. So we know why he did it. And like I said, Bush had told the boys, we can't let her get this power away. So we got the first victim, and a very powerful one, Joe. One that can like explode people's heads. It's kind of that's gonna be a tough one to deal with.
Well, we called this a breakdown show. We didn't mean to take up all this time telling the whole show. Hopefully you're watching this because you watched The Boys. If you're getting around here, skip to this part of it if you already watched it. But here's the fun part, man. We break it down. We're gonna break it down for you. So we got this Homelander Ryan thing going on. We got that going on. So first of all, it starts off as because he's mad at Butcher. So he's a kid, y'all. Don't forget, he's a kid. They had him top secret. Homelander used his new Congresswoman connect to find him. So now we got a new dynamic. We got two Homelanders, which is not the vintage comic book thing that we were talking about, where it's Black Noir is the twin. He's the clone. No, they went a different route, and they said, no, Homelander's going to have a secret child, all from the product of the R word. And so we got that dynamic going on, and he did still show love for Butcher by saying, let's just go home, Dad. Let's just go home. And so he saved him. Cool. So now, they chilling. They at the thing. This is where things going to be so fucked up. Homelander goes to the rally and is like, here's my son, somebody that's quote unquote liberal, because we can see the parallel between Trump and the other side, whatever, however you want to do it. We see a clear parallel. They throw the thing at him, and it hits Ryan, and he gets mad and murders somebody in front of people, in front of a lot of people. And it was MM's stepdad or whatever they call it. His daughter's stepdad. So he's cheering him on like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But man, yes, Homelander did smile behind that because I think he's starting to get them ideals of, I really can do whatever I want to. And I've always been trying to be liked and have this image. I need to just start doing whatever I want to.
They like me for it. By the way, that's a complete reference to Trump saying I could kill somebody in Times Square and y'all would cheer me. It's a complete reference to that, by the way. Because he killed him in the Times Square of that area. And they cheered him. And he said, I could shoot somebody in Times Square and y'all would cheer me. It's a clear reference to that. Which is
absolutely. And we saw some of the political ties with the people that rock with Starlight, where they was like, where the I don't know, the Homelander people, they're like, Starlight's lying. She's lying. Like when there's an obvious truth that she's not. You know what I'm saying? But they still was rocking.
To him like, they don't care. They Nazis.
And she's Nazi. So with all that going on, Ryan's just smiling still. So we don't know if he's.
It was like a slight file where they just trying to play with us, and I'm like, I do like that season finale ending. He was like,
yeah, I think it's perfect because we don't know what
smile. But you don't know if it's uncomfortable smile or is he like that smile, which I like, by the way. I love that because we don't know which way he's gonna go.
He'll be back. He'll turn back at some point. Him and Butcher gonna have some kind of like deathbed talk conversation. I think.
Mom say never be like, always be together.
It could be that, and then the other way that it could go is Homelander could actually be listening to his quote unquote, because he died. I mean, not died. Shit, Homelander is living right now, believing that Soldier Boy is his dad still. So he might be taking those last words like, I wish I had raised you. Well, I'm gonna raise somebody where they're not like me, to where I was raised in a lab. Homelander was raised in a lab and getting tested on and stuff. So he's about to give his son the life that he never had. So, he might be taking Soldier Boy's words. So
Soldier Boy's hilarious.
My dad gave me some advice one time, and it was to make sure that I'm not weak. So I'm gonna make sure that you're not weak, son. Boom.
He is crazy enough for that too. By the way, shout out to Mother's Milk for reconciling with his daughter and explaining why he gets upset.
Yeah, that was cool.
I think him defeating Soldier Boy kind of helped his like PSD.
Yeah, he needed to know. But the thing is,
Because he defeated Soldier
and,
Boy. You can't kill him, but you won. Right? Right? I don't know what else you can
yeah,
do. Like, oh, he's invincible. I could drop a nuke on him and he'll just not move. I don't know what. I
yeah.
just put him to sleep forever, I guess. Lock him in a lab. Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, like we hope that same congresswoman be like, hey, we know where Soldier Boy is. Here we go, round 2.
Yeah, I don't think Homelander. I don't think no. The reason I don't think he getting out, because I don't think no side want him back out. Homelander side don't
Yeah,
want
he
him
does.
back out. Boys don't want him back out. Yeah, that dude crazy. Leave him where he at.
He's like, thousands will die. I know, man, but we gotta kill Homelander. We gotta kill him. That's how much he was hated. And then by the time it got down to it, Soldier Boy was like, he probably was in there drunk too, by the way.
Homelander is, by the way, way better than Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy has no backup to murdering people. Homelander has always been afraid of him murder people. He won't be like, which is why the ending was so important. If I just murder somebody in the street, because he did it 3 times in 3 seasons. Where he saw somebody, he cut his laser on and he stopped. Like, if I murder him, people gonna be upset. Homelander, Soldier Boy would 100% murder that dude without caring. And got drunk and got smoked some weed in front of everybody. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
He murdered the dude and smoked some weed. I don't care about y'all liking me. I'm a hero. Mostly because his daddy too. We learned about his daddy too. His daddy told him that he weak because he took the easy way out. He'll never be me.
Yeah.
So a lot of generational family trauma coming in this family relationship.
Definitely. And the thing that gets me too is, like, I mean, he might drink, he might smoke, he might be just a straight up asshole. And shout out to Huey, he just was just the brunt of every insult ever. Like the worst. Yeah. Yeah, with a straight face. But the thing is, we got to talk about how impressive he is, though. He really is an impressive specimen, man. Like, bruh blew itself up. And they next thing you know, they putting him into a tube. I'm like, what? He survived that? Which I don't know. I gotta give Maeve a shout out on this, man. She survived. She took a nuke head on.
Don't have a power no more, because that's his power. Which is interesting. Like, how do you take away the power of the dude that powers to take away powers and he invincible?
You can't. You don't beat that.
Put him to sleep. Like, his power can take away Homelander's power. But I'm pretty sure the Russians had used that power on him and it still didn't work. So they just put him to sleep and put it in him.
Pretty much. And then not only did she fall, not only did she take a nuke to the face, she failed multiple stories.
Yeah.
And because they showed, that's how we know that she's still alive and she got back with her girl. And they were picking her up. They picked her up. They got it on tape, which is a big part too. Ashley and her homegirl caught it on tape. It was like, oh, maybe. And they was like, Homelander don't need to see none of this, period.
I think
if Homelander won't, yeah, which is fine. Nobody needs to know. Homelander doesn't need to know Soldier Boy's still there, and Homelander definitely doesn't need to know where Maeve is at, because at some point he come in and plant them seeds. At some point, he might. He might.
She ain't like super strong anymore.
Probably not, but I think he'd kill her for stabbing him in the ear. Like, so I mean, she was just like, you know what? Let's just be done with this chapter in life. And Maeve doesn't exist, or she might be thinking Maeve may be the backup in case something else happens. If in case Homelander comes for her again, they might be like, Maeve, we need you to help jump him.
I don't know what she gonna do now. She a human now.
No, I'm just she don't know that unless she knows that Soldier Boy's power. But I'm just saying, like,
everybody else wouldn't know his power.
So Maeve, shout out to Maeve for she moving on. Shout out to Ashley for deleting that, because I thought she would just keep that in the back of her mind. But nah, they had footage and she deleted it. So Maeve will be back. I just maybe advice probably an advice standpoint.
I think Ashley got that. I think after he told her she was useless, he kind of feel like, true Homelander.
Still nothing she can do, but
can do this much.
I could do a little petty shit like you know how if you like say you mad at somebody, but you can't do shit. All you can do is like kind of inconvenience them. like every day they brush their teeth at 6 o'clock. So like you go make them have to either look for a toothbrush or you like throw it away or something. So now they gotta go with stank breath to the store and go get a toothbrush. So that's all she could do right about now, just be a minor inconvenience, which is okay. She's a human. It is okay. And let's not forget that brother man's still out there. So let's not forget brother man's that was running Vault. He's still out there in the mix in the shadows. So
taking over Vault again, or he gonna make his own company.
That's what I'm saying. Like we can possibly have a season 5 because right there's so many storylines right there.
Can't go past Butcher.
No, you can't go past Butcher.
It's like Jon Snow after Game of Thrones, they got rid of him and everybody. Unless you went to but they changed too much to go to book rap. So Jon Snow was too important.
Yeah. But here's some storylines that they can that can definitely, because this was 7 episodes or 8. So in 8 we got this can definitely go 8 to 16 episodes worth of story. You got MM and MM and then the stepdad. You got him, that situation going on. I think that's something that they can touch on 10-20 minute scenes a piece. What else we got? The Homelander Ryan situation. This congresswoman, they got to go through the election. So congresswoman and presidential race. I mean, that's action packed in itself. I don't know what Annie is going to do other than just be Annie in plain clothes.
With regular clothes.
So you still got those things going on, and then whatever else they're about to introduce to us. So it's plenty of storylines and stories you can go. Frenchie and Kimiko, they ain't done yet. He's still snorting coke. So
I think you should end after this. So you don't want to make stuff go too long. Start running the issues.
I think it's too much to flesh out for 8 episodes, man.
Can't go too long. You can make the show go too long. Game of Thrones went on too long.
People would say it didn't go long enough and it was rushed.
Because it went on.
And that's I don't want that to happen to the boys. I want us to have No, it didn't. There's so much stuff that they jumped ahead, man.
They added stuff just to have more seasons, and then they didn't have time to finish it because they were like, "Hey, we gotta get this show." The book would have ended in seasons 5 or 6.
Man, they had way too many storylines in that. But this ain't about that right now. It's not about that. Game of Thrones.
Make it and tighten knot and then finish it and leave it at that. If you don't want to do Supernatural, went on 10 seasons and all that just because, it's a popular show. Create another popular show. Do spinoffs. You can do spinoffs. Just make the main story done. If people want to see Mother's Milk or something, and some other storyline or something done.
I mean, that's wrapped. I mean, we got A-Train situation. What's about to happen next? He's about to get his powers back. He's about to go to rehab. There's so many storylines. They still fighting for black people. It's too much. If you end up rushing it and you cut it short, you end up with what do we call Miss Marvel? Because how she get stronger? Because
listen, man.
Wait, is there some kind of backstory? No, just because. We don't want to. This show has done too good of a job developing the characters to where it's just over, and Annie and Huey walk off into the sunset. No,
you gotta end it though. That's my thing. I say end this season 4 because you got to, like you did. If you do 4 or 5 seasons, I might give you season 5 if you can look at
it. The comic book. They don't even really use the comic book as a reference anymore. It's a whole completely new story.
But you want to end it at 6. By the way, I like the story better than comic book. Comic book was like shock treatment. Black Noir was better in this show than the comic book. I'm sorry. Both of them wasn't that great.
Listen, I'm not trying to say that this show needs to become The Simpsons. I'm not at all. It does not need that many seasons. But this show has been so amazing. It's like, man, do we really just want this to end? When we start showing writers fatigue and stuff, all right, I'm here for it. But
I want to get it done before you get to write. Because when you get it, when you just start adding
that's
stuff,
not how,
add stuff, we're gonna make trouble.
Shaking my head. See, that's why Disney is in the MCU is as successful as it is. You just got to be creative and you can make something go on, especially when you get attached to the characters the way that we've gotten attached to these.
Amazon we can agree that much money behind them. Disney threw the bag behind Marvel. Here you go, 18 different directors and 45 different writers, and here's $100 billion.
And look at how The Boys is a much better story than the MCU.
That's because again, the MCU got too much going on for a long time.
Yeah, we can agree to disagree on that. Give me more, give me more, give me more, like that old ass song.
Listen, I watched Game of Thrones. I thought it should have ended 2 seasons before it did.
So how does it? So let's go into predictions. So if you feel like it's going to end, how does it end? Right. Let's tie this up the way we about to tie this show up.
This is the last episode of the season, so I'm excited. Again, everything leads to what I think. They had a clone in the comic book. It's gonna be Ryan. Ryan gonna have to choose between Butcher and Homelander. And this season, the end of this season, clearly set up that choice is gonna have to be made. And I think the whole season is gonna be
bullshit Disney cop out of all time. The kid saves the day. He's a pussy, bro. I'm sorry. I'm the second person to call him a pussy today. That kid is a pussy, man. Like
that's a Soldier Boy.
Homelander. Soldier Boy been affected men's what's they call it, masculinity for a long, toxic masculinity for a long time, man. He's the poster boy for it. Toxic masculinity. I'm here for it. Fuck it. Yeah.
He knocked his grandson out. He smacked his.
Well, I guess we only got up to 18 months from now, so he can't get that much older in 18 months. So they probably are gonna cop out and make him do some stupid shit to help him win at the end.
I think it's set up for him to do it. They've been setting up since the end of season 1. Hey, this is his son.
Ooh.
It's been set up since the beginning. And plus, if you go off the comic book, it has to be a version of Homelander to get rid of him. So who's better than his son making the final decision? Because I don't see no other way out. I'm being honest. I don't think Butcher can use Tip B no more. Soldier Boy, we ain't unlocking that door no more.
It was a good idea.
We not unlocking that door no more. He looks crazy too.
That's just bad timing. They had Homelander's ass, man. Bad timing.
If Ryan didn't show up, they would have got Homelander. So Butcher would have not cared what happened if Ryan wasn't there. Butcher be like, yo, you can kill everybody in this building.
I made a promise. Okay. All right, bro.
Get Wody out here. Wody would have ended this. Wody would have walked Homelander to death. How you want to be married?
So
that's still the coldest bar I've ever seen. I want to tell off that, Joe.
So that's your Homelander. That's your Homelander ending. I mean, I just kind of fleshed out because that's what it sounds like that's going to be. So, the ending for A-Train, does he turn to the side of good and maybe help take down Homelander and die in that battle? Does he die for black people? What y'all think, or what you think? How does that start? Really?
I think that season set up for him at the end just to murder all of them because he like, oh, I can do what I want now. He already told them they were worthless. They gonna do some, I don't know. And A-Train, I'm pretty sure gonna help them overall in the end win. Because if he can move fast, he's still faster than Homelander. I think he's gonna do the right thing and end up being gone. He gonna die hero the way Maeve died.
Yeah.
So he gonna actually be gone.
I want that because he's the only I ain't gonna.
He might
I won't say he's the only.
It's like a makeup.
He's the only person. I would like that. Maybe do something to save Starlight, like and say something stupid, like, "All right, we good." like he runs and drops her off to Huey and is like, "All right, man, you accept my apology yet?" And then Huey be like, "Yeah." Oh man, why did Maeve just eat his ass up like that? Huey, when he first walked in the door, he said, "Wow, do you have in big letters? I'm a bottom." I was like, "Well, God damn." I was like, "Damn." She does not like him. She does not like him. She rolled her eyes as soon as she saw. She's like, "You still with this dude?"
Dating little sis. Gotta go.
Yeah. That was cool. That was cool. She got him for filth and eggs. No, so I fleshed out the Homelander part of it. A-Train, I hope that he turns to the side of good, because I mean that's black representation right there, and
he did kill off the other
we got a Mexican dude that Starlight's So yeah, and I just hate that Black Noir went out like that, man. That's like they set him up to be like because again we was all sitting there thinking he might be the clone. But then when we saw that Kimiko injured him, he's like, maybe he's not that strong. And then boom, turns out that this nigga got his ass beat in Vietnam by Soulja Boy. And Soulja Boy.
That man, Brian, his head is smashed in. You get beat so bad, your head smashed in.
Bro, he got jumped. He got jumped by a whole bunch of heroes, and he asked them. He said, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?"
Soulja Boy was a dog.
He's a dog, bro. Like, you can't help but love him. I don't know, man. I just wouldn't.
You were. I'm like, he said, "Dude, you wear." He's like, "I'm the upgrade." He's like, "Dude, you wear a cape."
He's literally everything like they probably thought Captain America was when during the war. It was like,
Captain America would have been killing Nazis, drugs, having sex with all the Vietnamese.
No, dude was too much of a hoe, man. Steve Rogers was like, he was a hoe. So speaking of pussy, he was pussy. And now he's good at saving the world and stuff. But I mean, he's a genuinely nice guy, man. Soulja Boy
he
just
get the job done.
Soulja Boy. He get the
He didn't mean that, sir.
If man, this nigga got a machine. They opened his mouth and shot machine gun bullets into his shit, man. Like he knew can't nobody touch me. The only thing you got on me is that you can fly, I guess.
And you shoot lasers from your ass. Which apparently everybody. By the way, which still leads me to think Stormfront is 100%. His mom.
I mean, it could very well be true. What do you say, Lady Liberty? Woo, she's a firecracker.
Stormfront is his mama, and that's strange.
So they like, it's funny because they was intergenerationally having sex with Stormfront. So Soulja Boy was hitting her in the 60s, and then here we got 2019, 2020. Homelander was knocking her down. So man, damn, that was this is a damn good show. Who else would you need to wrap up? Huey doesn't die. He lives, man. Right?
He the main character. He got plot on.
Yeah. Man, I meant to say something. Like,
but he got plot on.
What was I about to say? Who has some plot armor today? I forgot. Somebody in that show. I was like, because. Why? I was like, how did they survive? No, how did she get this power up? Oh yeah, plot armor. Okay. Starlight, does she die at some point, or they just walk off into the sunset?
That depends on how they want to finish the show.
I guess.
A-Train. You know, they gotta make that.
Oh well, damn. Then that just leaves us with MM.
Well, we got Stan, and Stan gonna run the show at the end. I bet Stan gonna be the last thing we see at the end of the show. When the show go off forever, whether it's 4 or 5 or season 6 or whatever season it is, Stan gonna be the last person to
Stan will be the president.
Like Far Cry 6.
Is he gonna be a president, or is it more powerful to be Vought?
Might even make a new come. But Joe, you get he the villain in Far Cry 6.
Oh no, I caught the joke.
Just in case y'all know, he's the villain in Far Cry 6. There's a certain story, you still be on top.
So yeah, that being said, man, there we go. That's it, man. The boys.
So,
It's Miss Marvel's over.
so we got one more week of Miss Marvel. So.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we did. Okay.
I know it felt like the end because everything kind of got tidied up nice. But
so get back with us on Wednesday. Oh, well, hold on. So tonight, so for anybody live or is listening later on, today, after this is taped, after it's recorded, or if you're watching this a couple of days from now, just know that there will or is about to be a what we got? We got Man Cave coming up. We'll be recording that, and then after that, we got Thor. We got that review, and we'll talk all things, our thoughts about it, and what is Marvel going to do with this information that they gave us. So sounds good to me. And then we got, and beyond that, Blur. Yeah, I'm just kind of going in order. Blur Nation, they be doing shit all weekend to keep y'all entertained. And then you know what time it is. Come. Shit, we might have to do it on Sunday, man.
People love the People Valley episode.
We may have to do it Sunday, or because we've been doing it on Mondays, right?
What's that, Monterey?
All right, y'all ready to get this Thor one out of the way? Because I'm tired.
We're doing well, I guess we could. I thought it was tonight.
What are we?
Oh, I thought y'all were doing more than one during this. Is why I came on.
No, we just finished.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I go back.
I see an hour and a half, bro.
An hour and a half.
In an hour and a half, because it'll be at what is 4:30 your time, so it'll be at 6 o'clock.
We're just an hour and a half.
What's that?
So at 7 my time, 6 your time.
Just an hour and a half from now. Works for me.
Get your nap.
That's a good nap. That's a good nap.
Nah, because I still got other stuff I gotta do. I need to start editing for my show tomorrow.
We lit. I'm live and back in the office.
I decided 2 things to talk about, but I'm probably gonna have some more stuff because it's gonna be a Britney show. It's gonna be Brittany Renner and Brittany Grinder, and then whatever other little stuff I find on the way.
Exclusive.
I literally was just shouting you out. I was like, so this is what we got going on this weekend. We got anything, Blurry Cartel, they're gonna be doing something.
Yeah, then, it's gonna be Brittany, because that's the thing that seems the most interesting to me. And then whatever other stuff I find, because I add something in for the third part for some more stuff to talk about. But that's the main 2 things. Brittany about submission and Brittany Grinder in Russia.
But then what can they find? You in the link tree. You in the link tree anyway. You on the bottom of the screen. They know you in the bio. You know you ain't on the show. So what can they find you anyway?
I thought we wasn't live no more. I thought y'all went off.
We was wrapping up when you came.
Y'all ain't live now. Oh wait, yeah we are. Cool. Hello everybody.
Oh shit! Well, I'm about to take a nap.
I mean, I already know. Monterey Hudson. We'll be back on in about an hour and a half or so. You already know how it is. Yeah. Get a little sneak preview of some stuff we're gonna be having on live tomorrow. These 2 might be on there. They might not. It's up to them. We'll see. But your boy Monterey Hudson everywhere, all at once.
Yeah.
So what can they find you?
UniQoWilliams.com, and I'll be back in about an hour and a half.
And you can find me talking about Dame Lillard not running from the grind, signing that 2-year extension.
Hold on, hold the bag up so they know if you got you some home cooking or if you got. Hold the bag up for you.
This watermelon.
Oh shit! That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, I already know where I live at if I brought this out of nowhere.
Hey,
I thought you brought
Smith
County,
County,
white trade.
So my uncle made Smith County watermelon famous.
That's what's up. But we'll be back. Y'all see us on the show here in a little bit, man. Much love.
Blessings.
Thank y'all. Pray over that watermelon first, boy.